Hey, welcome back. Today's the day we're going to try and get this thing started. Like I said in the last video, I got all the tools and parts picked up off of it in case it does run. I put grease in the water pump. Molines have a greasable water pump for the seal, for the bearings. So I did that. The water pump does turn. I just found out we will not be driving it if we do get it running today. The shifter is stuck. It did not have the rubber boot on top of it, on top of the transmission, so water got in there, and so now the slides inside underneath this transmission cover, they're locked up. Can't budge them, but we are going to see if it runs. If it's just the slides, the tank comes off, the dash comes off, get the seat back off. It's really on there with only one bolt anyway. This whole cover comes up and you have access. The shifter moves side to side, but it won't go up and down, forward and backwards into gear. So we'll have to deal with that later. But right now, we're going to see if the fuel system holds. If I can get that off. And if I can get the cap off the gas can. Phew, it's stinky in that tank. Well, hopefully that's enough. Okay, so far no leaks to the ball valve. Now I'm going to turn the ball valve on. We're going to see if gas comes into the filter. Oh, there she is. You can hear it in here. I don't know if the needle's stuck or not. We're going to find out. There's no gas coming out of the carburetor. Choke still works. Okay, what's next? I don't know about the rest of you, but I took my wedding ring off. Tend to do that when I'm working around electrical stuff, especially bare wires and connections that this old farm equipment has, or even my pickup. I'll take the ring off. I've been fried by them. Shorted it out, and yeah, it did not feel good. Took all the meat off my finger around here, all the way back. Not quite down there, but what was it? I was helping a guy at work because this little Bronco 2 wouldn't start, so I took my knife, cupped it in my hand with my ring right there, and I'm scraping the battery post and cleaning it and cleaning the cable, and I was trying to be careful not to short it out. Well, the knife was metal touching my ring. My ring touched the body, and I got lit up, and it got hot real fast. So I flicked my hand. The ring, it was at that time, it was gold. It popped loose. A solder point or a thin point, I don't know which, but that ring went flying across the gravel. I found it, but yeah, I thought I was going to have a permanent scar, and I didn't. So I always take my ring off now. Yeah, you can get the what are they? The rubber rings? Teflon? Are they Teflon? I don't know. Anyway, I don't. So now I just take the ring off, stick it in my pocket, good to go. So I found my remote switch or starter. So I'm going to hook that up to power. I'm going to hook that up to that top post. It shouldn't do anything yet until I pull the trigger. Okay, nothing. Hopefully it's still in neutral. Huh, nothing. Okay, well, either the switch is, I mean, it shouldn't matter which way. We're going to try it. If that don't work, we will see if we have power down here. Oh, there goes something. I'm going to guess. I'm going to take a guess and say that the ground is not good. Do a little twist. Try it again. I'm not sure. I can't reach my hand through there. We'll walk around again. Take the remote with me. I probably still have a bad connection. Whoa. Hey, we got something. Okay, I got power to the coil. And I got power coming out of the coil. Now I need to make sure I got power, we got power at the points, or got spark. You may notice I don't have a snap clip here. This one is broken and missing. So I took a piece of wire, made it to fit, put a twist on it, so I hook it on the bottom and pull it over, it holds the cap on. I haven't looked around to see if I have a spare distributor with a clip on it to replace it, 'cause it's just a screw right here, right there, to replace it. So I don't know. Okay. Rotor, dust cap, dust cap. Come on, dust cap. Don't break. Oh, I'm going to hurt myself. I can feel it stuck on there and it wants you to try harder so I can mess with you. There we go. Got some cobweb on the dust cover, some dirt. Let's get that cleaned off. Okay. See if we got anything. Nothing. I can't tell. Can't tell if we're tight or not. Nope. So make sure we still have power here in a moment. Make sure we got power. So if you have power coming into your coil and out of your coil, this post here that runs into the wire for the points and condenser, if that post is dirty, you won't get power in. So, my handy dandy test light. Got power on this side. Oh boy. Where do you find a good piece of ground? Where do you find a good piece of ground on a rusty old tractor? There we go. I'm going to check the inside. Yep, we got power there. Got power here. Okay, it looks like I need to clean the points. So we're not getting the spark. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. Kill the power to the points. There's different ways to clean the points. Here I have what's left of a points file. See, it's broke right there. I don't even know if they make these things anymore. But there's your points file. Now you can use a piece of fine grit sandpaper, or depending on how dirty your points are. You can also use, what else? Brown paper bag. They're just little, like blacked over, or have a glaze on them or something. That will work as well. I'm going to flip that over because they have different grits on both sides. Okay. So, where's my screwdriver? You see it? There it is. Hold that open. Find the power. I'm going to hook that back up to the battery. So we're hot again. You hear that? We got snap. Okay. Disconnect the power so I can put this back together. Okay. Dust cover, don't forget. Make sure it's clean. No cobwebs. I got that. There's one in here. I got that. They only fit on one way. Here you got the big gap. Here you have a... Nope, that's it. Just a big gap. Because that's going to line up with that clip there. This clip doesn't have anything, so it only sets on one direction. Okay, that's on. Rotor. See, that was on your side. That looks good. That's clean. If that's dirty here, that will not spark for you. No sparky, no flamey, no runny. Okay. Check the inside of the cap. They are dark, but they're copper, so they're supposed to be dark. See a little cobweb in there. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Okay. The right thing to do would be to just put new points condenser and let's see what else. Plug wires, but I'm not doing any of that. That RTS I have here in the shop that I use all the time for tracker stuff. It still has original plug wires on it from 1949. Albeit they have some duct tape. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh no. Get some stuff out of the way. Alright, I'm going to move a few things and then we will see how much juice is in the battery. So I got starting fluid, gave her a little whiff. Yeah, that should have went. That was a good snort. Smells something getting warm. Probably the starter. Yep. It's not hot, it's just burning some dust off. Since it's been sitting outside for a long time, let's see. I figured out what I was going to do. Oh, see if we got spark at the spark plugs. Let me get a wrench. Alright, well I got the spark plug out. We're going to see if we got spark right there. The points are the power is connected to the points, so here we go. We have spark. So that's good. We got spark at least to one of the plugs. Disconnect that. Let's see. We'll try it again. The only other thing that could be is the two, I think they were exhaust valves. I had exhaust valves that were hung open. We got them working in an earlier video. If they're stuck again, it's not going to build any compression. It's just going to go out. So let me set you down. We'll put the plug back in and we'll try it again with ether. Spin it over. No, it's all good. So we have spark, we have compression, starting fluid, it should run. So there we go. I don't need that. Well, we could leave it open. Nah, I'll cover it up. Alright, I pulled all the plugs out because I never did check for compression. I see all the valves are moving, but let's check. The power is disconnected, so I'm not going to get lit up by any spark plug wires. Good compression. You hear that? No compression. I mean, I felt a very little. But that engine just spinning over. Listen to it now when I put some pressure on one cylinder. It lumps over. So no compression in 3. No change there. You don't hear the air blowing past my thumb. 2's dead. Whoa, man. 1 is good and 4 is good, but I have nothing in. I'm going to leave the plugs out for now. I have nothing in 2, 3. Oh, this is not good. Alright, I need to find some oil or something to put down the cylinders, and we'll see if we can get those. I don't know if we got stuck rings or what we got, but we got to let those soak, I think. So we got the valve covers back off. These are the 2 cylinders I don't have compression in. This one I had just a little whiff of something. This had absolutely nothing. And remember this is one of the stuck valves and this is the other one. So this number 4, it's number 1. We don't have to worry about them. These are 2 and 3, nothing. So what was happening was this valve was not going in and out all the way. It was going in all the way, but it was not coming out. If you listen here, you'll hear it go in and out. In, out, in. You can hear both ends of it. This one, oh, there it started to open up all the way. At the very end, you can start to hear it. In the beginning, it was just open and not closed, but now it's closing. So what I was doing, I'll do it again. I was using a little propane bottle, and I was heating the cast around it, but not heating the spring. Just sticking it in there and heating the cast. Real quick, just for demonstration purposes, and then I would shoot oil through the spring right on the valve guide. Now, I've done this a few times already, and I've been making improvements. And if I wasn't sure if it wasn't open all the way, I'd stick pry bar in here. There, and move just a little bit. That's enough to not have compression. I mean, I'm a lot closer than I was. See, now it was tight. Let's make sure we got it open again, or closed. Yeah, it hardly did anything. So we're getting close. Yeah. I see, now it's stuck again. It should just lean on it and go. And here I'm leaning on it and nothing's happening because it's a little sticky at the fully closed position. But I can make it go. And that's what you need to do, is make it go. You need to clean whatever crud or carbon or rust, whatever it is. Get that thing cleaned up. And with some heat cycles, if we can get the engine running, because we still have nothing here and we're not certain here. But with some heat cycles, if we get it running, we should get all the valves to free up nicely. All right, I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to play with this some more, make sure that these are free, and I'll bring you back. All right, I just double checked the valves on number 3 by rolling the engine over so they're completely free. They seem fine, so we must have stuck rings. This one, I got the valve to loosen up, but I sprayed some penetrating oil down there and I don't want to get covered, so I'm going to turn it over first, stand out of the way, cover that one. Okay, now we're going to test for compression on number 2. How's that? That's like number 1 and 4. You can actually feel the heat. It starts to warm up in there every time it blows past your finger. Okay, we'll try this one again, number 3. Not much difference. It's about lunchtime, so I think I will dump some transmission oil down that hole, and we'll let it sit for lunch, and we'll come back out and try it again. Well, back from lunch. I put the oil in there, the transmission oil, put the plug in it, rolled it over just ever so slowly, just to see if it built compression. Didn't really seem to do anything. Now I'm adding some heat, kind of simulating getting that engine running. See how it responds. I just bumped it over a little bit with the plug back out, and it spit some oil out, so that was a good sign. Now if this had a lot of compression, I had a lot of oil in there, it just splashes both. That's why I'm just bumping it. Yeah, just push some oil out. And that piston does not come up all the way up to here. It's down here somewhere at the bottom of the head. And well, the head's a little warm. Not hot at all, but... Alright, I'm going to keep doing this and see if this helps us get some compression. Well, it's starting to work. I mean, I put red fluid in. You can see there's a red tint on here, but pretty brown. This should... it feels like it's building compression. You kind of hope it would, with the oil being in there, kind of sealing up, kind of doing the ring's job. Yeah, see how dark that is? So it's working. There must be some rust or crud in there, and it is coming out. Change paper towels. Running down. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. It's starting to build compression. So I'm going to keep working on this. It does seem to be working. I think then we'll pop the plugs in. I'll have to clean the one that I got transmission fluid on, but should be ready to start it soon, or try again. It's got all the plugs in. We got all the plug wires on. Battery's been charging for a little bit. I'm going to have to get a new battery for the year. I'm going to hook the points up and I'm going to try it again. I mean, that's hooked up, that's hooked up. It should be, unless we lost compression in number 3 again, should be ready to go. Should have popped off with ether. We got power. We have power. Okay. So things are trying to work. We're not quite there yet. Well, we'll let the battery charge, and I'm gonna go. I got the grill shell off the radiator. I'm gonna go hammer on that for a little bit and let this charge up. Okay, we got a brand new battery in it. Before I left, I pulled the spark plug out of the hole that was dead. Or actually, when I just got back, sorry. Pulled that plug out, spun it over, got clouds of vapor coming out the transmission fluid, covered it with a rag, got compression there. I know we got compression in all the cylinders. I just used my spark plug test light, or not spark plug, but plug wire. So you hook it up onto here, and then you hook the wire to the other end, and you turn it over. I'll show you what I did. You should get a light in here. And we got light. And we got smoke. And all of that should run. But something is not cooperating. Now we got spark, we just tested it. So what do you need? You need air, fuel, and spark all at the right time to get a gas engine to run. We have pretty much all of it. The fuel should. Nope, I don't want that there. Let's get that on the other side. So it just flamed out the exhaust. Which that's the right direction. I don't know if it's at the right time. Well, I'm going to do some more investigating, see if I can figure out what's going on before I scratch my hair out. I don't have hair. Well, I pulled the plug out, and the spark plug is dry. I should have fuel in there. I'm getting some fuel somehow, somewhere in there, but I don't think I'm getting enough. And look at the dirt I'm getting out of here. So this engine sat for years without a carburetor. Okay? No carburetor means all sorts of friendly bugs can go up there and find a place to live, including mud daubers. So I'm starting to wonder if I am not getting fuel to the cylinders. Look at that, it's just full of dirt. So I'm going to spend some time trying to clean this out and see if I cannot get this to fire up yet. So on the other side, I rotated the engine until the exhaust valve was shut and the intake was open. I'm blowing air in here. I'm getting dirt out. Oh, it popped. It popped. That is encouraging. We had 2 cylinders hit. That's not so encouraging. But it's starting to pop off a little bit. Ouch. So I'm comparing the timing from this to that one, and it doesn't seem to like what that one had, or what the R does, so hey, we're making progress all of a sudden, maybe. Okay, it's starting to get close. If we can get all 4 of them to hit the right time, we might have something. I wonder if this thing's 180 out. Nah, I don't think anybody would have pulled the distributor out of it years ago. Okay, I didn't like that, so we'll turn it back a little bit. We're going to let the battery charge and disconnect the points. Hey, it's a new day. It's actually the next day, and this afternoon, got home from work, went and had dinner, come out to the shop. Gonna try getting this thing started again. See how it goes. Whoop. Okay, I just looked, none of the valves are sticking, so I'm afraid we're down to timing. I mean, we could have a crack in one of the blocks, kind of hope not. Or we have a head gasket that's leaking between the cylinders or something, but I don't know. It didn't pop through the carburetor like this yesterday. I don't know what's going on yet. Starter's starting to stick again. Alright, we got all the 18 nuts off. Well, 17 nuts and one stud, but that's alright. Let me grab a rubber mallet. If I can find it. There it is. There it goes. Oh, it's coming. Not easy, but it's on the way off. Huh. Something, oh, that's intake. So there you have it. Here's your fly head, water jackets, bolt holes. These two cylinders are getting real wet, like there's oil getting in there. Possibly. So let me get a light and we will try it and get a better picture of what's going on in there. Well, the head's off, and I started cleaning some. I started scratching at the valves and cleaning those up. I'm looking in between here for cracks, and I'm not seeing any on all four. Not yet, but I don't have it cleaned up very well. I stuck that rag in that hole because there's still oil and stuff in there. This one had oil still in there. Yeah, I'm in the process of cleaning. There was a bunch of gunk in these cylinders, as you can see here. Yeah, it's a good thing I pulled the head off. I mean, if I would have run it that way, it would have done two things, or one or two things, or both. It would have started and dried, everything would have got hot, and it would have blown out the exhaust. That was one. The other one would be is it may have got down and started going up and down the cylinder walls, started scratching that, and then we start losing compression. So I'm going to get these cleaned up some more, do some more inspecting, see what else I can find. I'll let you know what I find. Hey, welcome back everybody. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon. It is March 23rd. I don't think this is going to make it to the first pull of the year. We're not done yet, but we're not out of time. But it's not looking good. So we had to head off. I cleaned up the cylinders, cleaned up the pistons. The back two had a bunch of oil in there from me dumping transmission fluid down all the cylinders. So I got all that wiped up, cleaned up. I cleaned up the carbon, inspected between the valves. I didn't see any cracks. So when I was showing you that rag getting sucked back in after a compression, I don't think I had a crack in the head. Now, I haven't taken these off to get a Magnaflex or anything, but my thought is when that piston is going back down, it is drawing air. So it's going to draw a little bit to pull that paper towel, that blue rag I had there. It's going to suck it back in a little bit. So I cleaned the head up. I ran a die over all the threads, and I just made my first pass on retorquing. I'm going to make my second pass. I went, probably do 3 total. I just went in the house and trying to figure out why this is happening. Why is it like, why is it popping out of the carburetor? So I started asking questions, texted my friend Zach down in Oregon, found some stuff off of him. He was happy to oblige with some answers, some ideas, and the most probable one is these plug wires. It's very possible that they're all bunched together. They're 75 years old, or thereabout, 78. It could be that the plug wires are cross-firing next to each other, and it's making it fire at the wrong time coming out the carburetor. So, putting the head back on, and I'm going to make some new plug wires. We're going to put this whole thing back together. As soon as I did bring my glasses. Oh, there's 50. But we're going to do all of 55 right there. Alright. I'll come back to you when I've made more progress. Okay, I went and robbed some old plug wires off a known running engine. Made up that red power wire to the distributor. Hook up power to the points, or to the coil. Turn the fuel on. We're going to try it. Okay, here we go. Woohoo! Well, having a hard time trying to get this thing started, obviously. So I went in the house, I did some reading through my owner's manuals, operator manuals, and when I was out here thinking about it, I thought I saw that they numbered the distributor cap 1342. They did, and I found number 1, but as I was about done looking at it, it's like, wait a minute. Why is the 2 where the 3 should be? So, I have it wired up to go 1, 3, 4, 2. That would be the firing rotation, right? Distributor goes this way. So it seems as if most distributors go clockwise, looking down at the top. This one goes counterclockwise. I have it wired wrong. So I'm going to switch the wires around, and we're going to try this again. Thumbs up. Hope it works. Okay, gas on. Got my hot wire on the coil. My finger on the switch. Here we go. Disappointed already. Oh, turn fuel on. And we're going to cheat a little bit. Okay, strange. Got power. Oh my gosh. That is still one. Well, let's try changing the timing a bit. Almost worked. Making smoke. Oh, it's trying. Oh, I'm not sure which way I need to go to get her to keep going. I'm gonna get smoked out of here pretty quick. I'm gonna run out of battery. After several days of trying, this is as close as I've been. Timing's still off. Nope. Spark plug wire hanging off. That's not helping. Okay, we're going to give this thing a break, let it cool down. So, again, I saw two things in that book. And really, I mean, one, I figured out the rotation is counterclockwise. Two, one of the books showed number one over here. It really shouldn't matter as long as you're in the right order, I believe. But maybe I can't adjust this to get enough to get it to run on. So I undid the power. Just going to move one there. Move that there. That there and that there. Okay, just kind of feeling around it. It's starting to make combustion. You can start to feel some warmth on the block a little bit. All right, let's try this again. So let's turn that closer to there. Give her a whirl. Oh, yeah. Doesn't like that. Of course, if I change the timing, maybe it'll like that. No, I don't like that either. Look, I'm running out of ideas, and I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and trying to get it to stick. And so far, I had it best where we had it. Guess I just need to keep messing with it. There's something there. We're close, but we're not. Let's just crank it all the way. Crank it all the way over. I don't think that's going to work, but I'll probably pop out of the carburetor and scare the bejesus out of me again. Let's give her a try. Yeah, it shot some gas out the carburetor. Now every time you move this, if it goes over a bump on the cam for the points, it sends another spark to whichever cylinder and it'll fire out of there and scare me. So, back that up a little bit. Hook power back to it. Try it again. Starter likes to stick when it gets warm. Holy cow! Good enough. Now I was fighting a little bit, so I'm going to back it off a little more. And it started to idle. Now changing the timing might help, but get things out of the way so they don't fall into the fan blade or break something. Well, let's see. I unplugged it, so let's try it. Let's try it one more time. Get my hammer a little closer. I did look like it's starting to slide into the fan. Okay. Turn it back the other way, see if that helps. I shut it off. I don't know if you noticed the cloud in here. Yeah, we don't want this to run too long. It's already building up some heat. I know it could run a while longer, but let's just let the heat soak into the block and maybe do some magic to the cylinders. Holy moly! Yeah! Well, good grief. I should probably open the door. No, I'm going to enjoy the smell for a little bit. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to go eat lunch. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody out there in the YouTube world. I mean, each step building this has been an accomplishment for me to get out here and not procrastinate, sitting in the house. Well, I don't have enough time. If you got a half hour, an hour, and you know you can get a little project done, try and do it. Yeah, I'm riding a pretty good high right now, but I mean, I was procrastinating on coming out here today just because everything's been such a pain with trying to get this to start. I mean, yeah, I did find some information on the counterclockwise rotation of the distributor, but that gave me a lot of hope last night. I almost came out in the middle of the night when I learned that. But anyway, got up, did chores in the house, went out, fed cows, came in here with you guys, and we tried it, put it to work, and it worked. It actually runs. Okay. So just before I came out here, I was also looking in the Steiner catalog to see about parts. I need a thermostat for the radiator. They have one, but I don't know if it's the one I want. I need to figure out exhaust. They have mufflers for like 50 or 75 bucks, something like that. I don't know if I'm going to go with the muffler. I might go with the straight pipe and go out the hood. So I'm looking at buying parts and I'm thinking, I don't even have this thing running yet. Well, now I'm going to go look again. But yeah, we got transmission issues. We don't want to shift. So we got to figure that out. This is exciting. I cannot believe this finally happened. I thought it would. I thought it could. And it finally did. Yeah, that's hot. You know, we can mess around with the timing more. It seems to start pretty good there. But for now, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Finally, a major victory. Not just putting the tractor halves together, but the thing runs. We have a fuel system that works. The tractor will idle. Now that I know it runs, I'll look into getting new spark plug wires for it. Spark plugs were new, but new plug wires, and we'll go ahead with that thermostat and get the radiator mounted and get some hoses. So I don't have quite enough hose to hook that up. And then we'll check out the cooling system. At some point I'm going to change the oil, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to make it to the pull at the end of April, but we'll keep plugging away at it, keep taking steps, and we'll hopefully see you at a pull with Project R here in the near future. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time. Let's see, next time. Next time? I guess it'll be Saturday. May not be this. Yeah, Saturday. We'll see you Saturday. Thanks again. Bye.